to present. This is AB 2260. So as a due pass.
Hello? There you go. Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Chair and members. And once again, thank you for allowing me to present AB 2260, which would require certain public and private buildings constructed after January 1st, 2022 to 2023 to install and maintain 6 trauma kits on their premises in order to treat people in need of emergency care during a traumatic emergency event. In response to the tragic mass shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School, a group of doctors convened a panel of national experts from law enforcement and emergency medical services to create an improved response system directed primarily at the control of life-threatening blood loss. In their recommendations, the group of experts concluded that bystanders, immediate responders should be trained and empowered to stop hemorrhage in order to save lives. These experts also recommended trauma kits be placed in public places such as shopping malls, schools, sport venues, transportation centers, etc., right next to AEDs. Recognizing the difficulty to maintain direct pressure, they also recommended the use of tourniquets to control severe bleeding. With mass casualty events becoming more common, in 2015, President Obama launched Stop the Bleed campaign to encourage bystanders to become trained and empowered to take life-saving action while EMS personnel are en route. According to the Gun Violence Archive, the United States has seen over 200 mass shootings this year alone. At least 4 of these mass shootings have happened in our communities of Sacramento, Inglewood, and Laguna Woods. During these tragic events, a person suffering from severe blood loss can die within 5 minutes, so every second truly counts. That is why it's so important to ensure our immediate responders have the instructions and equipment needed to render emergency care at the scene of an emergency. With me to provide in-person testimony are Dr. Amy Lippert, a trauma surgeon with the UC San Diego's Health of the American College of Surgeons.
Good morning. Thank you to Chair Holden and the Appropriations Committee for the privilege of addressing you this morning. I am Dr. Amy Lippert, a double board certified trauma surgeon at the University of California, San Diego. UCSD is the American College of Surgeons verified level 1 trauma center. I represent the American College of Surgeons, the 3 California chapters of the American College of Surgeons, a consensus coalition of national and state health and first responder groups, and myself. It is National Stop the Bleed Month, and Friday is National Stop the Bleed Day. Life-threatening bleeding can occur anywhere, at home, the workplace, in public places, traffic crashes. It can be accidental, intentional, from natural disaster, and yes, mass shooting events. Military injury treatment has taught us lessons that can be applied to civilian trauma situations, including that early control of bleeding saves lives and limbs. Bleeding treatment can and is taught to the civilian public. After the Newtown school shooting, Dr. Lenworth Jacobs, a fellow trauma surgeon, brought together surgeons, first responders, and military as a group known as the Hartford Consensus. From that group, the Stop the Bleed program was developed by the American College of Surgeons and is now co-sponsored by the White House, the Department of Defense, and the Department of Homeland Security. Major national medical and first responder organizations have endorsed its use. A California coalition of support has been developed for AB 2260. The California Business Property Association has previously also stated support for this bill. The program has even been taken back to the war zones in the Ukraine by my fellow trauma surgeon, Dr. Robert Lim, to train civilians there in a situation of unthinkable civilian trauma and loss. Recent events from Sacramento here to Buffalo and back to Southern California have shown us what harm can be done in our communities and that we must be prepared to act. Cost is nominal. Each kit, such as this, costs approximately $40, even with increased costs in the market today. That's less than $250 for all 6 kits required within the bill. That's less than 15% of what one AED installation costs. There are no expiration dates on this equipment: gauze, gloves, masks, shears, and tourniquets. Kit installation costs are also free, as the kits can be stored in already required installed AED containers, and they already are in many places such as the San Diego and LA airports. Education to the public is widespread and free and available online. Existing California law exempts folks and public organizations and private organizations from liability. Tourniquets have been shown to improve lives saved and reduce blood transfusion, and no harm has been seen from tourniquet use by the public. A trauma kit can allow patients to survive transport to a trauma center so that they don't bleed to death on the scene. Please vote yes on AB 2260 for bleeding control kits to be made available where they are needed in the community to save lives and to stop the bleed.
Thank you for your testimony. We're going to pause for a moment and establish a quorum.
Holden,
Here.
Bigelow, Bryan, Calderon, Carrillo, Bopel, Davies, Mike Fong, Vince Fong, Gabriel, Eduardo Garcia, Levine, Hawk,
Here.
Robert Rivas, Weber, Wilson, Dolly. Sorry.
Quorum is established. We'll turn to the public in the hearing room for any comments and support. Seeing none, I will move to the phone lines. Phone operator.
Move the bill.
It's been moved and seconded. Phone operator, we're looking for testimony and support of AB 2260.
If you are in support of AB 2060, please press 1, then 0. And at this time, there is no one in queue.
Okay, thank you. We'll turn to the hearing room. Any opposition to 2260? Seeing none, phone operator, opposition 2260.
If you are in opposition, please press 1, then 0. And at this time, there is no one in queue.
Okay, we'll bring it back to the committee. Seeing no comments, this bill is due pass, and it's out with Republican voting no, or not voting, and Vopel and Fong aye. Bill is out.
With that, members, as Monday we celebrated EMS Week, I think it's an honor to hopefully get your support. As you see, these kids here really truly save lives. So respect to ask for I vote. Thank you.
Bill is out. Again, with Republicans not. Sorry. Republicans not voting, Vopel and Vince Fong aye. Good.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Oh, thanks.